Hey everyone, it's Mojaxx, not in the DJ City UK lab for a change. I've been on the road to the BPM show in Birmingham here in the UK. It's a trade show, a bit like NAMM or the DJ Expo over in the States. It's open to the public, so DJs of all ages come to check out seminars, performances and the latest equipment. Speaking of which, there really wasn't much new to see here. Most of the big announcements were made earlier in the year at NAMM or Music Messe in Germany. There was a real trend I noticed on the show floor though, and that was a massive lack of controllers. It seemed like all of the new stuff and the performances were all about turntables, DVS and even real vinyl this year. There may not have been too many new toys to play with, but there was lots of entertainment at the show, including proper big club style events happening after the main show itself. And there were lots of opportunities for learning and improving your skills with seminars and tutorials from the likes of Digital DJ Tips, Point Blank and Native Instruments. Plus DJ Works had a stage going all weekend with tutorials from the manufacturers, plus the DMC UK Supremacy Finals going on there as well. What was actually new on the show floor? Well, one controller which did catch my eye was the Hercules Jog Vision. I've never used any Hercules products before, but this is a Serato ready controller, feels really sturdy, and the jog wheels on it are fantastic. So we'll be taking a look at that one in the lab pretty soon. It's not quite a brand new product, it's been around a while, but the SUPERSTEREO DN78 really caught my eye. It's a beautiful retro style rotary mixer with a valve stage available as an option for that real vintage sound. Plus you can also have an integrated sound card in there as well to bring it up to the digital age. There was also the TRAKTOR Control S5, which looks like a really good mashup of the Control S8 in the S4 form factor. So it's a bit more portable, a bit more compact and works very nicely with the stems decks in there as well. Pioneer DJ had a few new bits on show, like the DDJ RZ and RX, which are designed to be used with REKORDBOX 4.0. With the Plus Pack, that turns into fully featured DJ software with the promise of DVS and video support coming down the line. So that's pretty interesting. It's still in beta phase right now, but we're intrigued to get our hands on that and see how it stacks up against the big boys. Pioneer weren't just talking about controllers this year though. There was a lot of focus on the PLX 1000 turntables and the new DJM S9 scratch mixer, seen here looking very tasty in the limited edition gold version. It was really put through its paces on the stand by John First, the 2013 online DMC champion, and Mr. Switch, the 2014 DMC world champion. It really is quite impressive in the flesh. It's amazing how much they've managed to squeeze into the regular 10-inch mixer size. The buttons all feel really nice, like the Q pads for example, all feel really nice to use. We'll reserve our final judgment until we get it through into the lab for testing though. Another brand which has really supported the turntablist community in recent years is Reloop, and they had Fong Fong and Angelo on their stand all weekend. I asked Fong Fong what his thoughts were on the current state of turntablism.
Yeah, I think turntables coming back, it's like, you know, music is like a wave. So it was a lot of controller years ago, and now maybe people want to come back to the original players for club, for everywhere. So, and I really think, yeah, maybe more young people want to try things with vinyl, because you are limited on controller, on CDJ. You have not the same feeling, so I think that's why.
Of course, DJ Angelo made his name teaching people how to use their turntables in a better way. So I asked him the same question: is turntablism really on the rise?
I guess 2 years ago and maybe the year before that, controllers were dominant. So it's really great for me as a turntablist, as someone who appreciates turntables, to see loads more turntables on the booths, and more turntablers coming to the shows and performing, and just getting to kind of, you know, hang out with guys who are into the same things. So yeah, I think it's looking really healthy right now.
As well as there being plenty of turntablism on the show floor itself, one of the highlights of the weekend was when the show played host to the 2015 UK DMC Finals on the Sunday night. There was a good sized crowd turned out to watch the battle in the arena, and some superb performances on the stage. So good in fact that the judges found it impossible to separate the two highest scoring performers on the night, which means we've got a very unusual situation where at the World Finals in October there will be two UK winners going through to compete in the Worlds, one of those being JFB and the second one being Ritchie Ruftone. I sat those two guys down with two of the judges, John First and Mr. Switch, to ask what had led to this really unusual decision.
I think it was because there is an even amount of judges this year, 6 judges, and 3 of them voted for Ritchie first place, JFB second place, and 3 voted the other way around, 3 for Jay as first and 3 for Ritchie as second. And
it was equal scores.
Yes, it's equal scores. Normally, if there's a tie in terms of points, it's whoever has the most first placings, but because the scores were completely even, they've made the decision to put both guys through, which is sick.
Let's begin.
So while I had 4 champions all sat on the sofa at the same time, I thought it only right that I should ask them as well. Is turntablism really back on the rise in the UK?
I think it's kind of more of like how it's growing in the world now because of technology. Everyone's watching videos on all kinds of platforms and things like that, and that is where the scene is really at, because that's where you can really watch a video. Like when you watch a video, you can actually watch it properly a few times and see what's actually gone into doing the whatever.
I've had loads of messages over the years with people saying, how do I get DMC started in my country? And that was the only thought, that's the only way I can get out there. Whereas now, and there's loads of amazing scratch DJs and turntablists I come across that I've never heard of who are just amazing. And it's all through, being able to put videos up and stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who don't battle who just scratch and focus on freestyling, because that's a completely different style of turntablism. And there's a really healthy scene.
I think scratching has grown actually, and I think maybe proof of that is Pioneer just released a new scratch mixer, Rain have just released a new scratch mixer. Pioneer have got their decks out, so something must be happening somewhere, because companies aren't going to keep on releasing stuff. So that's encouraging, and there's also with these new mixers give it new features and new things that turntablists can do, so that's a cool thing as well.
Yeah.